Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And I didn't want to make this video, but I kind of don't have a choice because I care about the people in my community and I don't want to see people get scammed. Now, I had an entirely different video set up for this website because I was excited about what I saw, and then shit went left. So it was a shock and surprise to me when this auction site had popped up that, a dealer friend of mine in Kansas had made me aware of, right? The website is AuctionChase. Now, full disclosure, I did a whole video on how excited I was about this, signed up the whole nine, and now it's also more of another problem. The good thing is I have a credit card that I use for scumbag activities, and I mean like stuff on the internet that you wouldn't want on your normal credit card. And what I mean by that is, when you're looking out for your homegirl or whatever it is on different websites, and or the Amazon monthly Prime thing. It's just like, it's my internet card. I'm not worried about if somebody got access to it. It has a low limit. You're not going to do any damage to me on it. It's the scumbag card. All right. So I registered at this website called AuctionChase.com. And, did I immediately do diligence into digging into who the company was and stuff on the internet? No. And I'm going to tell you why I didn't do that. Because a friend of mine who's a dealer who buys and sells cars was like, have you seen this? This is crazy. Well, my dealer friend in Kansas won a Range Rover Sport from this website, had his credit card information in there, said, hey, can you just charge my credit card for the vehicle? But they wanted him to send a wire transfer. So he gets the wiring instructions, goes to his bank, and thankfully, this is why sometimes having a local bank, a mom and pop bank, local bank, is great. He goes to the local bank, and the branch manager comes out and sits down and talks to him and says, do you know these people? Do you know whatever? And he goes, they're an auction site. Like, I bought a car or whatever from them. And then he said, well, the United States Treasury, I guess the routing and account number, have already flagged that bank account for possible fraud. Yeah. But before we get into it, let me just give you a short clip of what I was excited about yesterday, so you can see the website and then I can get into the red flags. All right, guys, so this is the website AuctionChase. Now, it looks like what they're doing is they're using the CarMax auctions site. So they have access to some dealer's profile information, and they are logging in and pulling these images like this GT-R. Now, I'm voicing over this because I don't want you to hear what I was saying previously. Like, I was literally getting into this, and I was super excited about this site. But as you can see here, there's pictures of this GT-R. I bid on this GT-R. I supposedly won this GT-R for $32,000. Now, the issue that we're having here is $32,900, I think is what it was that I won this car for, supposedly. So what any car auction or dealer will let you pay by certified check, which you can send it in the mail. You can pay by wire. Some offer PayPal. Some will charge your credit card. Some can do an ACH directly from your bank if you trust them. Requesting a wire only, though, it was super shady. But as you can see in here, it had all the vehicle information. They had all of the photos of the vehicle, and they were getting them all from CarMax. And CarMax has been made aware of it, and I don't know if they're just, linking to the images and then putting them on their site, but I can say with 100% certainty that AuctionChase is a complete scam. They could sue me if they're legitimate, but they won't because they're a scam site. They're going to create another scam site and set this all up again. And here's the thing. All it takes for them to be profitable while they do this is get one person that wires them 30 grand or 40 grand, and all the work they put into building this site and doing all of this is enough for them to get paid. Alright, so as you can see, like, I was excited. There was some dope-ass cars. You know, I literally had just won an auction on a GT-R on this website. In fact, if you were watching a live stream the other day with me and Real Wide Body Nation, then you know that I talked about winning that GT-R. Well, that GT-R doesn't exist, at least from what I've seen. Because it's funny, normally when you win an auction, the auction will reach out to you and say that you owe and you need to pay this or do whatever. You know who's reached out to me? Nobody. And I'll tell you why. I reached out to them when they made the unfortunate mistake of saying, hey, the auctions are ending in 12 hours. Make sure you get your bids in, right? Where you could bid on whatever respectable car you were trying to bid on, right? Well, they do not BCC anybody, and I get an email with over 100 friggin' emails in it. So I responded back, reply all, and said, you know, somebody forgot to click that BCC button. Looks mighty unprofessional to me. I'm hoping this is just a one-time occurrence or an error. So I get a email from somebody by the name of Hannah from AuctionChase this morning that says, yes, it's come to our attention and we were using third-party software and it did not BCC you guys when we sent out that email. Normally I'd be like, no harm, no foul, no big deal, right? Not going to be the end of the world. Things are still cool. We can still do business. I'm not stressing, right? Well, then I get an email from a guy named Aleph, all right? And I might be saying this right. Maybe it's Akilif or whatever, but I'm just going off of what I remember from this morning. And he says, hey, I want a car and they want me to wire transfer them the money. I was like, have you seen the car? Do you know where the car is located? Those are things that are going to immediately pop up to me because that way I can call a transport company, or if you're telling me it's at X, Y, and Z location, I can most likely, because I have dealer friends that are all over, I can have somebody go out and put hands on the car and make sure it's legitimate. But these guys obviously are running some sort of scam, and in fact, this is not a new issue with the rise in, Copart and IAA, which, let me just be very clear, they don't have anything to do with either of these sites or any of these sites. There's a new scam that are targeting people like me, dealers, and individuals in the public that are looking for a good deal. And what they're doing is they're taking existing images and descriptions from other auctions, and they're publishing them on their own sites, getting payment information, and they get your credit card information. So what I wanted to do to see if AuctionChase was legit was I signed up for another account with a different email and a made-up credit card number. Guess what happened? It worked. It 100% worked. So what that means is it's not actually running the credit card. They're just using that information, or using that form, I guess you want to call it, to kind of legitimize their site a little bit. And there's absolutely zero legit about this site. So anyways, you sign up, and then what happens is you bid on a car. And this is where the auction site, the scam site, messes up. A lot of these auctions say they ended in June. So I went back and I was doing research to see where this company or where this website started. And there haven't been auctions except since June, right? So you're thinking June, July. This website's been around maybe 45 days. But it looks, you'll see, like I said, when you looked at the image when I showed you, when I scrolled through it, it looks legitimate enough, and they're making it look legitimate enough, and then they get wiring instructions from you, and if you don't have a good bank like my friend in Kansas did that tried, and here's the other thing, my friend in Kansas also is a very well-known YouTuber, all right, so I can tell you right now, I'm sure he's probably going to do a video on this as well, but I can tell you right now, that's crazy. So you have to be very careful. But before we get in, let me just show you how prevalent the issue is with this.
Hi everyone. You know, you can buy just about anything these days online, and online auctions, well, they can seem like a great way to get what you want at a good price.
But before, excuse me, you bid on anything, make sure that auction is real. Consumer investigators have found what appears to be a fake online auction that's drawing in potential customers from across the country. The company running this online auction site says it's based right here in Nashville, but as you're about to see, there's no way their offices are where they claim to be. It's got a strange name, AuctionTheBest.com, and it's where a company calling itself AuctBest LLC claims to be auctioning just about any type of vehicle you're looking for, and then some.
We just wanted something that was inexpensive.
Darren Simmons found this RV on the online auction site and thought it was such a deal, he placed a bid. Soon after, got an invoice and instructions to transfer $45,000 immediately from his bank account. Then his phone rang.
Well, you're the winner, and he said, we'll deliver you the coach once you make full payment.
But the Indiana man wanted to see the RV in person first.
And I said, well, why don't you just deliver the coach, and then we'll pay you when you get it here.
But the guy from the auction company wanted the money right then and there. And Simmons says he just got a really weird feeling. So he went back online, typed in the brand and year of RV he was about to buy, and discovered the exact same vehicle being sold by a dealer in Texas. Same pictures, a lot of the same descriptions.
Everything identical.
It's a total scam. Terry Roberts owns Starlight Motors just outside of Dallas and was shocked to see the RV she has listed for $179,000 being offered on this other website for a fraction of the price. She immediately called AuctBest.
And I said, yes, you have a 2001 Newell that belongs to me on your website, and I want you to take it down immediately. And he said, I don't know what you're talking about. And I said, sure you do. You've taken all of my pictures and my verbiage, and I'm going to turn you into the Attorney General's office. And he said, good luck with that, and hung up the phone on me.
AuctBest claims to be based right here in Nashville, but it's not registered to do business in Tennessee. And while its office is supposedly at 15 Dedrick Street, there is no 15 Dedrick Street in downtown. Technically, that's the middle of Public Square Park, right in front of the old Metro Courthouse.
That doesn't surprise me.
But what concerns Roberts is that people seem to think Auction the Best is real and is actually selling vehicles, because she keeps hearing from people who find her RV after they've already bid on the fake one.
I've had, probably 10 or 12 other calls from other individuals, and, I've explained that I've done all that I can, and that it's assured them it was a scam.
And Roberts' listing we found is the only hijacked ad. A New Hampshire man filed a complaint with the Tennessee Attorney General's office after he too almost bought an RV on the Auction the Best website, but then found the same RV with the same pictures and descriptions being sold on another well-known RV sales site for substantially more.
I was looking for a particular type of boat. It was a Triton party barge.
And then there's Paul Cluot, who thought he'd bought this boat through the auction site. The Louisiana man even took the day off from work when it was supposed to be delivered. So you wired them $14,000?
Yes.
And then what happened? Did you get your boat?
No, I did not.
Now Cluot says the company won't respond to his emails or take his calls.
I worked off of money just like everyone else. And it's a shame.
The Better Business Bureau recently issued a warning about auction scams, noting the BBB has gotten reports of fake auctions phishing for consumers' personal information and money. At Auction the Best, before you can even bid, you've got to send them a picture of your driver's license. But the BBB says be careful with sensitive personal information like this, and be sure you investigate and trust a website or company before you share anything or send money, because once the scammers get their hands on it, you can't get it back.
I can't stand crooks.
And while Darren Simmons now realizes that what you see here isn't real, he says what's happening here to customers isn't right.
You don't do people that way.
Catching the people running these scams is almost impossible. Quite often, they're overseas, and they vanish just as soon as people start asking questions. In fact, AucBest's phone number is now disconnected, and just the other day, the website itself was taken down. But we found another very similar website popped up almost immediately after that and started selling some of these same vehicles. Jennifer Kraus, News Channel 5 investigates.
Yeah, that website that popped up immediately after auction, the best went down, AuctionChase. Yeah. So as you can see, it's a prevalent issue, and I just did some basic, fake auctions. Like I typed in AuctionChase.com for, space scam into Google. Boom, 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 boom. News articles, Better Business Bureau, all this, and all of this shit has started in the last 60 days. So it's a new scam. I'm making you aware of it. If you're not able to go physically put hands on a vehicle, or somebody able to physically go put hands on a vehicle, I would say don't do it. Also, these dumbasses also put the VIN numbers on the auction site, and that was the other way I was able to find out that this shit is a scam, because you can literally just Google the VIN number and or use one of the services to get like a cheap Carfax, whatever, and you can see that I could see that this car is at ADESA auction. And then I reached out to ADESA, which we don't have the best of experience with me destroying Carvana on a regular basis. But that said, I was able to verify at the auction that they actually have the vehicle. This company does not have the vehicle. Again, fucking scam. So I'm letting you know, there's no excuses. I don't want to hear something from somebody else later that said, I'm glad I didn't publish the video about how excited I was to, get my hands on, this GT-R that I got for $32,000. And I'm so glad I didn't wire this 32 grand to this friggin' company, because, again, it's a scam. Now, I'm going to reach out to my local news media as well, and you'll probably see some stories or whatever that get posted here locally in Las Vegas, because I think it's something that they need to be made aware of, so that they can aware, the general public here. So I'll be reaching out to like my news media contacts in North Carolina, California, Florida, Oklahoma, all that good stuff. So you might see my face around on the news, and that's why, because this is BS. People need to know about it, and this crap needs to be shut down. So hopefully this was informative to you and it kept you from getting scammed. If it did, or you enjoyed the video, or it was informative, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And yeah, I was out and about, and obviously, if you didn't know, I'm literally at my doctor's office for the accident. I have to come here like every day now. Fun times. But we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna get on with my day, and I'm probably gonna get out to Copart, get some walk-arounds in today, so stay tuned for those. Like I said, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys very much for watching. Do me a favor, share this video, put it all over Facebook, share it in car groups, all of that, because the only way that we can prevent people from being scammed is by spreading the word. And it's very simple. Spread the word. This website is a scam. They're not the only one, and people need to be made aware so that they don't get taken advantage of. If you stayed here to the end of the video, at the time of me closing this out, right when I was done recording, I actually got into a phone call with one of the victims. I'm also going to email everybody that they screwed up when they didn't blind carbon copy me yesterday, so everybody knows that they're a scam. But I am going to drop a video on it, this video that you're watching right now, and I am going to contact all my local media, and hopefully it gets national attention. We can find out where the IP is or what service they're using, and they can just blacklist them so that their website is no longer hosted. But there you have it. I did record a phone call with the customer and he had called, you know, he asked me to call him so he could tell me about his story, but the screen recording didn't record the call, so whatever. I might get a statement from him and give you guys an update later, or maybe I'll do a live stream with him and some of the other people from this fake website from AuctionChase. If you've been scammed by one of these fake sites, or you've contacted them and you have not, do not wire them money. Don't do it. Please feel free to hit the comment section right here, or contact me at TK's Garage across all of social media, and I will do my best to expose these son of a bitches as quick as possible. But anyways, there you have it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Again, thank you. Now we're gone.